Good morning, everyone. Andy here. Looking forward to going through some of the live trades that we executed today. It is October 17th, a Wednesday, and we weren't quite as active today as I might normally be. We had 4 live trades. Excited to say they were all winning trades. The overall price action, form and flow across most of the markets, gold, crude, and the DAX, it wasn't optimal today. It wasn't terrible. There were certainly more trading opportunities available than I took advantage of, but it definitely was, I would say, lower than 50 percentile. You know, we have, in other words, more than half of the trading days that we sit down in front of our computer have dramatically better price action than we saw today, and that's a cool thing. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to highlight 3 or 4 trades that I should have taken, and then we'll look at the 4 trades that I did take and analyze those, and that will be our recap session for the morning, okay? So feel free to ask questions, guys, as we go through this. I mentioned live as the market was painting in, as this move down was being put in, that I was interested in being a buyer. Okay, and you'll see what we have here is 3 minor lower lows. First off, this was a pretty decent momentum move. You know, we came out of some consolidation, and this move down had some decent form and flow and momentum on it. And we had this minor, it's not great, but it's a minor 3 lower lows pattern suggesting possible exhaustion. And then you can see down here we have significantly lower lows at each pivot, yet what does our OS do? Our OS line has equal or higher lows. And then right at the end, notice this. Again, we're still moving lower between these last 2 pivots, but the OS line actually ticks up. Okay, just a little added ammunition that maybe this market does want to go higher. Notice our red bars as we're moving lower, green bars in the transition, the bars turn to blue. And then we get our black line cross signal. Okay, this arrow is an auto-generated signal that occurs when our black line here in our pulse extreme indicator crosses from the gray area over the white gap to the colored area. We get that to fire, boom, once we get to the second colored line and we have an up close, and that happens here. And that would have been a great place for an entry. And as I fessed up in the live room this morning, the reason I didn't execute that trade is I actually got distracted pretty significantly behind the scenes. So no real excuse. I called out this trade in advance. I was poised and ready for it. It fit what I was looking for. I should have executed it. You can see a very nice big winner. Okay, so no real excuse to not have executed that live other than the fact that I followed my trading plan, which says if you're not completely focused, don't put your hard-earned money at risk. And I got very distracted by a couple of things behind the scenes and just missed that opportunity. As we move forward, we had somebody ask a question in the live room. That standard sniper signal, that diamond there, isn't that a short signal, Andy? And I said, yep, that is a standard sniper short. But remember, we're going to be traders, not robots. That's what we teach you guys as sniper owners. And this was a really nice failure continuation opportunity. And how we look at that is simply the fact that we had this nice bottoming formation that we talked about, all those reasons. We got proved right as the market started to move higher. Our action line is sloping higher. We never got any indication that the market really wanted to go down here. Our action line is up, slightly flat, and then continuing higher. So this is an area to not really be too interested in getting short, but rather wait for the failure, wait for the pars to turn back green. Some traders would wait for the prior pivot to be broken. Long right there, boom. That's not a trade that currently fits the plan that I trade in the live room, but since someone asked about it in the live room, I wanted to mention it. The 10:30 oil inventory reports came out. You can see all this price action happened in a matter of seconds. And then we got down here, and I talked about this as being a trade that I was interested in, again, in the live room. I did not catch up to it, however, no real excuse. I was watching the gold market and the crude oil market at the same time. This move down happened very quickly. Basically, you know, we had the crude oil inventory reports come out. Boom, lots of sideways price action. But then it declared a direction with a really quality move below some minor support levels. So as we pulled back up and consolidated here, this made this a really nice follow-through area. I mentioned in the live room I was interested in engaging the market, and unfortunately I did not get that trade executed. No excuse but my own, or no fault but my own, I should say. We came in here and I talked about the possibility of us having a little bit better bottom now. You notice we put in a lower low and you know, a little bit better form and flow. I felt like we had an opportunity to possibly go higher. I made it really clear that this was lower rated. And I did, because it was lower rated, I bought this at value. So this was this is the third trade of the day. The first two trades of the day occurred in gold, and we'll get over to gold in a minute. But I executed this trade. I only got filled on half my position live. It didn't fill the other half. It gave me a target 1, and then, you know, I decided not to enter the rest of my position. I stated live in the room that I was waiting to see if this was going to hold, and we were going to buy the breakout of this pivot high if everything looked correct. And in fact, I made the right move because it did not, you know, go up. We still had further down to go. As we were coming into this area, this was a really key zone. The breakout of this pivot right here was going to be meaningful, and we were going to likely get some follow through to the downside. We talked about that live. So I got everyone poised and ready to get short on the next extreme signal, this arrow. I personally didn't execute that well. I was a little late, okay? So I got in a few ticks, not as good price. I added on to the trade at value, and then, boom, winner, winner. Took my profits off the table at a staggered position and turned that trade into a very nice winner. And basically, this was all about trading in the direction of the short-term trend with the sniper tools and the sniper extreme black line cross. We knew that this was a solid pivot, and if reached, we should be able to get a target. That's exactly what happened. We got the nice follow-through and a winner. And you can see, if we were still trading here after 11 o'clock, this short up in here would have been another great opportunity. Let me transition quickly to the gold market and look at those trades that we executed live in gold, and then we'll call it a morning. Okay? So we came up here, and again, I called out this first trade nicely in advance, told everybody I was looking to get short in gold. We put in such a gorgeous topping formation. Okay? First of all, let's look at our OS and notice how we got a downward sloping OS from those pivots, and we got significantly higher price action. That's downside divergence. Then we got a flat price action and a solidly downward sloping OS. So we got triple pivot, double divergence here. Adds to the value of this short. I want to wait for the action line to start sloping down in my favor slightly. That was one of the big things that I was waiting for. You can see we got that slight slope down here. Now, a lot of traders would be more conservative. They would wait for more of a slope or wait for it to turn back gold. For me, I'm a little bit more aggressive off of a nice double top with a divergence. That was enough for me. The other thing I was waiting for on this trade is for all of the blue on the pulse to get out of this, our pulse extreme indicator. I was waiting for us to be left with only red and green, and we got that right there. So I got short for a nice winner on that trade. This other one, unfortunately, Jay was talking. This trade happened kind of quickly. Jay was talking at the moment, so I didn't get to announce that I was taking this trade, and it did happen pretty quickly. What I liked about this short right here that was my fourth winner of the day was the fact that we had a lower high on our action line. Okay, we had a lower high on our action line. I did not want to take it going away, however. I bought it at value. So once this bar right here with that arrow closed down, the action line hooked down for a lower high pivot, I placed an order to short right up in here. 6 or 7 ticks better than the standard entry got filled. And I messed up on my exit. Normally I have 2 targets, and somehow just a little bit too jittery on my dome finger or whatever, my mouse finger, I executed both of my positions at profit target 1. So I kind of cut myself short here. Obviously, we would have had a nice profit target 2 down a little bit lower. So those were the 4 live trades and 2 or 3 other trades that looked really good today, guys. Those of you that are watching this recap session, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, or as part of the recap series. We'd love to have you come by and watch what we're doing live, guys. We're trading live. We're giving all kinds of live commentary all morning long. We're supporting sniper owners as they ask questions live and in real time about what they're seeing so they can improve their own skills. It's really a fun, profitable, and great place to be. We'd love to have you come join us. We'd love to have you be a friend of us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, any of those social media sites. We'd love to have you keep up with what we're doing by checking out those sites. Okay, guys, so have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to trading with you guys tomorrow. Today we executed 4 live trades in front of a big audience in the room, and they were all winners. And we'll see if we can keep it going. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all tomorrow.